Why did it end? No. Okay. I don't know what happened. I'm very sad. I was not done. Don't know why the stream ended. That was very unfortunate that the stream kind of shut off. I was confused why my stream was buffering on my phone to look at the chat, and then oh, stream crashed. Makes so much sense. Let's try to get it back and rocking and rolling. Yeah, Zoolander 2 is so bad. Like, it's weird how like the 2000 movie is so timeless. Yeah, you're right. And then the 2015 movie feels so dated. It's strange. It doesn't really make sense to me. But I mean, that's how it is. That's the Zoolander 2 effect because it was awful. I laughed one time in that movie, and I was mad that I laughed in that movie because it made me think like, why couldn't the whole movie be like this? Why'd only one joke have to land? Upsetting. I just don't remember what I was saying. It was so upsetting. The Zoolander 1, though, is a masterpiece. I love Zoolander 1. Zoolander 1 is phenomenal. An absolutely breathtaking movie. It is so funny. It's so endearing. It has so much heart. It embraces the cheesiness of itself. It's really good. Like, you know, when Derek's in the mines, it's really funny. You know, when he saves the Prime Minister of Malaysia, it's great. It's freaking amazing. I loved it. 2012 TMNT series is probably my favorite series, but I have not seen Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I've heard that's really strong, so I can't comment too much. But the 2012 series is probably my favorite series. Yeah, Zoolander 1 is so good. Zoolander 2 is so bad. I can't even be like apathetic to this movie. I need to hate this movie, man. I need to like. There's not a lot I hate more than Zoolander 2 this year. This was a really, really, really bad movie. Zoolander 1 was so funny. Like Zoolander 2 had this whole joke about like Omosa having like a whole gang of like misfits that he has sex with or something. And it's like, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing? This is nonsense. I don't get it. Like, it's stupid, you know? Like, God. It's so weird. Awful. Alright, so what's another movie to rank? Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I think it's a solid movie. I think this movie is definitely the weakest of the trilogy, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But I think it's still pretty good. I like the characters, like the writing. I think the main issue that I have with Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is the villain is really, really bad. It's cool that he connects to Rocket in some way, but we don't really get to see more of his motivation. He's not an interesting character. Coming from Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy 2 to go into whoever the villain's name was in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, it's a big, big drop off. And that's why this movie's not really great. You know, this movie's good. It's solid, which means I like it. I enjoyed it, and I would recommend it to people. But it's not that good. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is just like nowhere near good enough to be integrated, but it's solid. It's good. It's a good movie. It's just it's just like maybe if this movie came out in like 2019, 2020, and I wasn't tired with the MCU, I might have liked it more. But with all this MCU fatigue, Guardians of the Galaxy 3 just needs to be solid. Demon Slayer. Journey to the Swordsman's Village. This is perfect for me. Now, this movie encapsulates the finale of Season 2 with the final battle versus Yutaro and Daki, and the opening episode of Season 1 when Tanjiro arrives at the Swordsman's Village. This is so freaking good. I love this movie. Seeing the upper rank demons meet on the big screen for the first time was sensational. That's a scene I've been waiting to be adapted in the anime for years. And to see it on the big screen, please. I got to see Kokushibo's voice actor on the big screen. Oh my god, that's peak. Oh my god, that's great. I got to meet Doma on the big screen. Oh my god, that's amazing, dude. And this movie's perfect. I have no issues with it. It's kind of like just a promo movie. It's the last episode of season 2, the first episode of season 3. It's promotion. Is it really deserving a movie? Well, it was in theaters, so it is. This movie was freaking amazing. I had such a fun time watching it. I'm really excited to watch the new Demon Slayer movie in February as well, where it's the final episode of season 3, which is the best Demon Slayer episode by far, with Nezuko walking in the sunlight, and then the first episode of season 4, which is gonna be the Hashira movie. The Hashira meeting. That's something I've been waiting for years, and good to see this on the big screen. I'm really, really pumped. Like, God, I'm excited. And yeah, like, the castle, dude. Akaza's entrance to the Infinity Castle is so well animated. You can see all these future fight battle locations that's going to be in the Infinity Cast arc, which I'm super excited for. Like, oh, that movie was so good. I was geeking out, man. I was like, oh my God, this is peak. Yeah, and I'm excited for this new movie too. God, 'cause just to see the Nezuko scene on the big screen is going to be phenomenal, man. So excited. And yeah, that's a perfect movie for me. I love Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer is one of my favorite series. It is my favorite anime of 2023, and it's perfect movie for me. What should go next? Battle of the Super Sons. I think solid. This is a cute little movie with Jonathan Kent and Damian Wayne. It's cute. You know, it's a cute little superhero movie with the Sons of Batman and Superman. They fight Starro and the whole Justice League. It's cool. I mean, you know, there's so much to say. It's CGI animated, and with how, like, kind of lower budget the DC movies have been getting, the animation's not the best. I don't like the style too much, but the movie's cute, it's endearing, and it does what it wants to do, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, the Nezuko scene is the best scene in anime, dude. That scene got me tearing up, man. Ugh, man. Demon Slayer, the emotion in Demon Slayer is so strong, man. Demon Slayer lets you sit there and experience the emotions, dude. It's not like Jujutsu Kaisen where 50 characters die and they just move on without even mentioning their names. Trash series. But man. Demon Slayer's so good. But yeah, Battle of Super Sons, good movie. I like it. Not much to say about it. It's just a little cute DC animated film. But really, DC animated films these days, all I can hope for is that they're just good. Like, there were some great ones back in the day, and there are some good ones coming out now, but that's really all I can hope for, especially with how the budget for them isn't there anymore. So, what's next? Nabar's in the freezer. Nabar just died for Yuji to have some development, I guess. And then, I don't know, dude. Like, people mistake Yuji's, like, trauma for him, but man, I don't think he... I freaking hate Yuji as a main character. Like, every character I find more interesting in. That's not true. Megumi is freaking boring. But yeah, what's next? Fast X. This is another good movie. A lot of people did not like this movie. A lot of people are tired of the Fast and Furious franchise. I still love it. I think it's really fun. I think it's still a really fun franchise. You need to know what you're going into for it, because you can't expect, like... If you go into Fast X expecting, like, a Fast 1 kind of story, you're wrong. You gotta expect, like, crazy spy stuff. And that's fine. I liked it a lot. The only issue with this is that John Cena's character is kind of strange. He kind of has no development between this movie and Fast 9, but he acts like he has, and he's almost a completely different character. And he's like, thanks, Dom, for letting me see the error of my ways and become a family man. But we don't really get to see that on screen. It kind of happened between movies, I guess. And it's kind of weird. I still like the movie, but that's kind of a big issue for me. Jason Momoa as the main villain in this movie is really, really fun. He's a big, enjoyable part of this film. Vin Diesel, I like him in this movie. Apparently Vin Diesel's a really bad guy now. That makes me sad, because I liked him. So that freaking sucks. But yeah. Fast X is a pretty good movie. It's pretty strong. What's the next movie I should pick? Puss in Boots. This is a perfect movie too. Puss in Boots is a really freaking great movie. Not much to say about it. I didn't really expect this movie to hit as hard as I did when I watched it, but this movie is very strong. The animation is sensational. The style is great. I love the choppy frame rate when they go into fights that make the action seem even faster. Somehow, like, the story is really good with Puss facing, like, his own mortality with Death chasing him the whole way. Jack Horner is a really fun like kind of side antagonist. The kind of mess with Puss while like, he's fighting death. I go to movie theaters often enough, not too much. I watch a lot of these on my computer at home, pirating. But Puss in Boots, like I did not see Puss in Boots in the movies. I saw Puss in Boots in whatever. This movie was so good. Puss in Boots was so good. Yeah, like Mojito saying Yuji's him. Like Mojito kills humans because he's having fun, and that's like Mojito's thing. Mojito finds enjoyment and fascination in it. Yuji kills curses because that's his job, and he wants to save people. Stupid, serious. People say it's peak. No, that animation tax goes crazy, dude. Yeah, Puss in Boots 2, The Wish, The Last Wish, super good movie, phenomenal movie. I don't have any complaints with it. There's like Goldilocks is a great character. I love her arc in this movie. Burrito is really good. Kitty Softballs is great as always. They're going to far away land, which is where Shrek is for Shrek 5. So I'm excited to see that. The way Puss fights Death at the end in the Ring of Fire is so awesome. Puss in Boots is just an amazing movie. I'd recommend it every day. It's also a kind of sequel where you don't need to watch the first movie to get it. Like, sure, you won't know Kitty Softballs if you don't watch the first Puss in Boots, but you don't need to. You get to know who Kitty Softballs is pretty freaking fast, and that's good. Yeah, you can say. Yeah, I can get saying Jack Horner's the main villain because they fight like a big giant Jack Horner as much as Death, and he's very funny. Yeah, I just find Death way more like important for me personally and how he relates to Puss. Jack Horner's like I want the wish and everything, and I do like how Jack Horner's just evil for the sake of being evil because that's always really fun to me. You know, he's like evil to being evil. He even has like the little I forgot like what the fairy tale character was, but the little like cricket on his shoulder is conscious, and he just flicks one. Like, yeah, blah, blah, I don't care. Bye. I like Jack Horner a lot. It was around the time where movies stopped using villains for a time. Wasn't it? It was only a year ago. But Jack Horner was really fun. I mean, like, the whole movie's good. Like, there's nothing to hate about that movie. Like Jack Horner's whole bakery gang taking them there, like in their little carriage. He has like a unicorn horn shooter at one point. He has like a flamethrower. Jack Horner's great in that movie. I like everyone though. Puss is really good. Goldilocks is really good. It's just a really good movie. And the opening sequence with Puss fighting the giants is really cool. Like it's just a really strong movie. Puss in Boots. I mean, it's a perfect movie. It's a perfect movie for me. Like I have no issues with it. I have no issues. It's perfect. I can't hate it. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Another perfect movie, which might be the last perfect movie on this list, is Django Unchained. Django Unchained is a Quentin Tarantino movie, and it is very good. I mean, like, this movie is freaking amazing. It's great, man. The acting's phenomenal. The story's great. It's kind of a love story. Like Jack Moore personally giving the consciousness books. Yeah, I get liking Jack Horner more, but definitely just overall. Yeah, but Django Unchained though was so freaking good, man. God, that movie was great. It was really strong. Leonardo DiCaprio acting as Calvin Candy is one of the best performances of a villain I've seen in a movie in a long time. The movie gets really silly for Django Unchained. Like the action is so comically over the top with like you shoot someone with a gun and they fly 50 feet. Like that's really funny to me. Django Unchained is a really great movie. Dr. Schultz is a really well character, pretty interesting. I love Boomhilda, their mission to save Boomhilda. Actually, the movie's kind of cut up into parts between before Calvin Candy and after meeting Calvin Candy. I think it's pretty strong. Django Unchained is just a really strong movie. It's long. It's 3 hours. Long movie. But Django Unchained is really good. I mean, yeah, Turning Red, but guess what? Guess what came out after Turning Red? Lightyear came out after Turning Red. And Lightyear is a movie with the main bad guy. Yeah, there's tons of movies with huge bad guys, you know. There's movies without bad guys, sure, but it's more like a kind of thematic thing. But there's movies with bad guys. I think. But what else? So yeah, Django Unchained's pretty perfect. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, or yeah, pretty good movie. I liked it. It's not the best movie of all time. There are some issues with it for sure, but I like the action. I like the acting. It's a pretty good movie. It's not the best movie of all time. It's maybe the worst Indiana Jones movie, but I mean, the worst Indiana Jones movie being good is pretty good. I think. I like Harrison Ford's acting a lot. Harrison Ford's always really good. Yeah, Inglorious is a really great movie. I need to watch more Quentin Tarantino movies myself because his directing style is so fun and energetic, and like the stories he tells are really good and it's really fun. I got to see more. Like I want to see Pulp Fiction. I want to see Reservoir of Dogs, stuff like that. I want to see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And, like he just makes good movies. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's just good. Yeah, Jack Horner. Yeah, I like a villain brought to the core, but like who's just not redeemable. And I think Jack Horner fits that role good. Yeah, he works very well. Yeah, Django Unchained's so good. Indiana Jones Destiny, it's pretty good. It's not the best movie of all time. It's not in the great tier. It's not in the good tier. It's all the tier. But it's a good movie. I liked it. I cannot hate on it no matter what. Hostel. I think Hostel's a great movie. I think Hostel's a great movie. For what Hostel does and wants to be like a grimy torture pornish movie, for lack of a better term, I think Hostel does great at what it wants to set out to do. It wants to make you feel gross. It wants you to make these characters suffer for their ignorance. It wants you to watch them in pain. And you know what? I'm like, I can get jiggy with that, Eli Roth. I can respect that, you know? It kind of had some commentary on Americans too, with Americans treating all countries as secondary, as like third world countries, and treating them like trash, and like because they're American, they're the most important people in that country. I like that a lot. I think it's very good. And it's subtle, but it's still there, and I think it's a pretty good theme throughout the movie. I like Josh, the character in this movie, a lot with his kind of him questioning his own sexuality. I think it's very strong. And it gives like reason on why he acts the way he does in the movie, and then he gets butchered like a pig, so it doesn't really matter for him. But yeah, Hostel is, for what it wants to do. Hostel's a great movie. I've not seen Encanto either. I'm not too interested, but if my family wants to watch it one day, I'll watch it. Hostel's great. 100 Girlfriends. I don't know why 100 Girlfriends is here. I think this isn't what. I don't know why it's here, but you know, it's peak. So. If I had to put 100 Girlfriends in tier, 100 Girlfriends would go into great, but it's not a movie. Yeah, A Hostel is a really great movie. I would recommend it. It's a generational horror movie for like inspiring all the torture porn, quote unquote, horror movies that came out in the early 2000s. Stuff like that. But I think this movie is really good. It's even pretty tasteful with its torture. Like the first Saw movie isn't really that gory, despite what you kind of expect for these movies. And Hostel, wow, their score, it's not as gory as you think it'd be. It's pretty tasteful. Hostel's pretty good. What's another movie? The Day the Earth Stood Still. This is a remake of a 1950s movie. And oh, okay. That's stuff you put there. Where is it now? Oh, you can add images here. That makes it easy. Okay, yeah. So, The Day the Earth Stood Still. It's really tough because it's just a really boring movie, man. Like, it's a really boring movie. It was hard to stay awake during this movie. Keanu Reeves acts like a piece of wood in his acting. The whole story's kind of not that interesting. There's some interesting, like, moments in the movie, but, like, it feels a bunch of stuff just kind of thrown on the wall and tries to hopefully make it stick. An example being the like scientist guy near the third act of the movie. Like it's okay, but I gotta say it's bad. I gotta say it's bad. I can edit it later. I don't care. 100 Girlfriends can chill there. It doesn't bother me. Like, what's the movie good? Dude, if 100 Girlfriends got 2 recap movies of a 12-episode season, I would be so upset, man. Like, what are they doing with Bocchi, dude? Like, that is so tiring for Bocchi, I think. Like, oh man, we just had a really popular 12-episode anime. Only 12 episodes. Why don't we just make 2 movies that are just those 12 episodes spread out between 3 hours? Like, that's so pathetic and shameless. People should not go watch that movie at all. Those freaking movies, they should not go watch them. Let's just wait for season 2. Like, Jesus, it is shameless what they're doing with Bocchi. For like such a fun anime, like the fact that they're doing that is terrible. But How's Your Girlfriend's though? Peak. We got season 2 on the way. What's next? Creed 3. Creed 3. The Rocky franchise is a really good franchise. I like it a lot, even though there are some rough spots. Rocky 6 is like one of my favorite movies of all time. Creed 3. Man, it's tough. It's either like the top of grade or the bottom. The bottom of grade or the top of solid. I think I'm putting it at the bottom of grade because it's a pretty good movie. It's pretty fun. I do wish Sylvester Stallone was in this movie. I don't know why he wasn't in this movie. I think he should have been in this movie. Some anime that make entire movie just recap in the series. I mean, there's anime that have recap movies. Like Code Geass had 3 recap movies. So yeah, for sure, they exist. Creed 3 is really great. I mean, I have no issues with it. I wish Sylvester Stallone was in the movie because I love his relationship with Michael B. Jordan. But even though he's not in this movie, it's still great. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm interested in Creed 4, and I'm interested in Rocky 7, although I don't think either movie should exist, and I think this series should rest. I'm interested because Creed 3 was still very, very good. I think it might be the weakest of the trilogy. Because I think Jonathan Majors is kind of random, but he's still a fun antagonist. What's next? Hostile there twice. Let's go. Laid Back Camp, the movie. Comfy, man. Oh, this movie's good. Yeah, like Bocchi doing 2 movies for 1 12-episode season is crazy. 1 movie, I think, is too much. 2 movies? Jesus Christ, man. They just want to milk that cash cow, and that's shameful. But yeah, Laid Back Camp. I love Laid Back Camp. It's a top 5 contender for me. My favorite manga of all time. I just read the latest 2 volumes in English recently. They were very strong. And Laid Back Camp is just really, really good. It's a phenomenal series. And the movie was great. The movie, to my surprise, was an anime original story with the girls as adults in their daily lives and going to camp with one another again after not having seen each other for a couple months. And that was a really, really fun premise for me. I did not expect that. And that was great. Who's those tease this? Kind of goes hard. It's Mega Shinrons. It was. I remember that. But yeah, Laid Back Camp movie is really good. Its style is great. The voicing's great. The music's great. The art's great in the film. The story's pretty fun. Laid Back Camp's great. Laid Back Camp's great. Big fan. It gets a big thumbs up for me because I really like Laid Back Camp a lot. That's a great movie. I'm excited for season 3 as well. Season 3 is going to be banging in April. So that's the only good anime coming out in April because Konosuba's trash now. We gotta hate on it. Okay, what's next? Spider-Verse. Spider-Verse is really tough for me because it's such a strange movie for me to rank across Spider-Verse. Shizuku Sumi, that's extremely tough. I like Sumi more as a character, but Shizuku is like just as good as a character. They're super close. Spider-Verse is a really strange movie though. Because the first half of the movie with Miles and his parents and Gwen and her father is so well written. The emotion's so strong. I care about these characters. I want to see them developed. And then, like, the other part of the movie with the multiverse stuff, I just check out. I don't care as much. It's not as fun for me. You know? Like, Spider-Punk's cool. Spider-Man India's cool. Ben Reilly Spider-Man having his 90s dialogue is fun. Miguel is kind of a cool, kind of like, Miles, you can't do this. You gotta let your dad die. Like, that's all cool and stuff. And it's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's good, even. But the stuff with the family is so much stronger than that stuff, man. And like my favorite scene in the movie is with Gwen reconciling with her father. That is the best. That is the best, man. Like that's the best scene between both movies, I think. Gwen reconciling with her father and her father quitting the police force because he didn't want to hurt his daughter. That's the best scene in the film. It's such an amazing scene. But I really don't think I like the rest of the movie as much as the family stuff. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I love the scene with Miles and his mother as they're just talking on under like the little water shower. It's really really good. Like the whole main sequence with Gwen fighting the Vulture from like 1602 Marvel. I didn't really care for. And also, I guess another con with movies that some of the animation styles, as good as the animation was and as like great as it was, I don't think they meshed as well. And I know it's intentional because like they need to make the universes look different so they can differentiate all the characters, and it's a really fun style. But for me personally, I didn't enjoy it too much. It's like not my favorite. Like it's not easy on the eyes for me. Okay, like I didn't like the first movie because of the animation, just kind of not easy on the eyes. And this movie's kind of the same thing, even if it is phenomenal. Yeah, I like the multiverse stuff. I do. I just think it's nowhere near strong, and it really like detracts from the movie for me. Like I thought I had to put it in great because it's a great movie. The first one's much better though. I think the first one's much better. I mean, that's not a knock on the second one. That's kind of like just how good the first movie is, man. The first movie is like my fourth favorite Spider-Man movie. It's a great movie, Spider-Verse. I thought about putting it in like the top of good, but like let's be real. Does Spider-Verse deserve to be in the same tier as Mutant Mayhem? Not really. Like the Spider-Verse deserve to be in the same tier as like Fast X? No, it's better than those movies. Even if like it's not my favorite movie of all time, and like the first one more, this is a very strong movie, and I'm excited to see the finale. Oh, I guess it also ends abruptly, but that's not the biggest issue for me. It's like it kind of ends. I'm like, whoa, what? That's the ending? That's crazy. Or like it kind of also goes on for a while. I'm like, dang, this movie's kind of long. That's good. So yeah, I mean, it's so great. Like no matter any of my complaints, it kind of gets thrown out the window when you see where it is on the tier list. It's probably better than Creed 3. I don't think it's better than like these movies. Like for what Hostel does, and I don't think it's better. A Man Called Otto. This is a very good movie. It's a good movie. It's just a very wholesome movie with a man learning to open his heart to other people, and it's a good movie. I like it. It's cute. I think it's funny how like this guy got in like a 40-year-old grudge match with his best friend because his best friend chose a car from a company he didn't like, so they just stopped talking. That's really really funny to me. Yeah, it's a pretty good movie though. It's great. A Man Named Otto is pretty solid. What's next? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. This is actually like a perfect movie. This is maybe the most timeless piece of media I've ever seen. I saw this movie years ago, and I saw it again this year. And it just reminds me like how timeless it is, man. Because like this movie came out 50 years ago or something like that. And it looks like it came out today. It's that good. The effects are so well done. The camera works great. The acting's great. The story's great. This movie is really just perfect. Like I needed to add it here, man, because this movie is so freaking good. Like if you haven't seen this movie, I'd recommend it because man, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is just such a strong film. And it's funny that Tim Burton kind of butchered it in 2005, I think, when the remake came out, because the 2005 one is horrendous compared to this movie. And I want to see Wonka too. I want to see Wonka, but I just haven't seen it. I heard Wonka's good though. So. Okay. What is the next movie? FNAF. I think FNAF's solid. I think FNAF is pretty good. I think the first half of FNAF is really, really strong. It's super strong. But then the movie kind of loses itself as it goes into the second hour. Because this is a long movie, by the way. it kind of loses itself. It gets very like, I don't care like about Vanessa. I don't really care. It's cool to see William Afton played by what's his name, Matthew Lillard. It's cool, but he doesn't do anything in the movie, and he kind of gets shoved into the end of the movie very unnecessarily, I would say. And I think he just doesn't work well in the movie. Animatronics being very chill, and then just being evil, 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 evil. It's kind of strange. It's just not. It's a solid movie. I like it. The first half's really strong. Yeah, Toy Body. Oh, Toy Body. The sequel's couldn't peak. I will say though, as much issues as I have with FNAF, guess what? MatPat's in it, and MatPat says that's just a theory. So, the best movie of all time. Thank you very much. FNAF is so freaking good. I love the FNAF film just for MatPat because it's great. So, what's next? We got only a couple movies left. Megan. Megan. Good Killer Doll movie. Good Killer Doll movie. People made some similarities to Chucky. I don't think it's anything like Chucky. It's very different in what it's wants to. It's kind of like the Chucky remake, I guess, but not like the core Chucky movies made by Don Mancini. It's tough. Megan's very solid, but is it great? Because like I have like there aren't really any issues with Megan, you know. Like for what it does, like nothing really jumps out as like sucking. You know. I think I'm gonna have to put it in solid though. Like, is Megan on the same tier as Scream or Zoolander or Spider-Man? I don't think so. No way. And we have one more movie, Thanksgiving, made by Eli Roth, his most recent movie. A Thanksgiving-themed horror movie. This was freaking stellar. This movie rocked, man. This movie had amazing gore, fun characters that I kind of cared about, a really fun mystery who the killer was. I was shocked who the killer was because I didn't grab it. I was like, who's the killer the whole time? I don't know. Who's the killer? Who's the killer? Like, great movie. Pretty fun characters. A really good commentary on American capitalism. I mean, not really good. Just it's a commentary on American capitalism, and it's really blatant, but I like it. On like how they treat Thanksgiving and Black Friday and all that stuff. So where would I put this movie? Like this. I can't put it in perfect. I can put it in great though, because this is a really good horror movie. Just really, really fun, and it recognizes that. That's really fun. Where's Winnie the Pooh movie? I'm not watching Blood and Honey. I'm not watching Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. I'm not gonna watch that. No matter what, dude. Like, apparently it's also like the worst movie ever. The Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey movie. So I'm kind of happy I'm not gonna watch it. It's stupid. It's really dumb. Okay, so I want to kind of order these tiers a bit. If I were to order some of these tiers, it'd be an interesting ranking. For Promare versus Buster Scruggs. I think more fondly the Buster Scruggs skits I like. Promare as a whole, Promare is just one whole package with issues. Buster Scruggs is a bunch of individual packages. Some I like, some I don't like. So I think I'm going to rank this a little higher. Now the solid tier. I always have soft spot for Assault on Arkham. I love this movie so much. I think it's great. Deadshot's really fun in this movie. The final fight with Joker on like the skyscraper is really good. I liked Indiana Jones. That was pretty good. I think the scene where they talk about Shia LaBeouf having died in the Vietnam War was very strong. It was very, very good. Like Harrison Ford is still a freaking great actor, man. No, just like do movies in here because this was here on accident. So, if I added the Just League Doom movie, I'd put it in the same tier. I guess I can put it in. Just League Doom. I mean, I like this movie a lot too. I probably like this movie more than Suicide Squad. Kevin Conroy Batman is always just peak. There. There we go. Like they're just like DC animated movies are so unapologetically comic book movies, and they're always fun for that. And I'm always going to enjoy them for that because they're comic books, and they are not afraid to show it. That's great. And what? How do I? Man, this gets tough to rank. Gardens 3 is pretty freaking good. Megan's good. Fast X, I enjoyed more than Tom Hanks. Yeah, I think this is good. I think this is a good ranking for the Solitaire. Now the Great Tier. My favorite movie in the Great Tier. I think these two, as the last two movies, are gonna be set in stone. I don't think these are gonna change too much. Now, what's like the third in this tier? Oh man, I think I'll put Hostel as the third movie. I think Hostel's a great movie, but it's not a movie I can watch every year. But that's the same for Laid Back Camp. I cannot watch Laid Back Camp again. As much as I love the series, it's not a series I can just go back and read over and over again because, I mean, it's not that deep of a series. It's just kind of cute and fun and wholesome, but there's not a lot of reread value in there. Not a lot of stuff I actually miss. So I guess maybe I'll do this. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Yeah, man, that's strange. Thanksgiving is definitely better than Hostel, just because it's way more fun, but it still has the same gore and everything I love in horror movies. Scream's definitely Zoolander. Zoolander's better than Scream. 6. Zoolander is just too funny of a movie. Zoolander is too freaking fun. It's just too fun of a movie. Why did your OC go so hard, Rebrand? Yeah. Because Scream 6's gore was pretty good too. Yeah. I don't think it puts it down, but like what are like? It's like if I want to rewatch something again, I feel like that means I just kind of like it more than some other stuff. I think I don't know though. It's tough. It's tough. You know. Yeah, I love the Dokkan Teas. Okay. Man, it's. I think I'll leave it at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Spider-Verse is 10th best movie of the year. That's crazy. This movie is phenomenal. I think this is good. I don't think I want to change anything. Because Creed 3 is good. Spider-Verse is good. You're good. Man, I really loved Thanksgiving a lot. I got we got much to do, man. This movie rocks. Some of the acting's kind of subpar, you know, I'll say with my chest. And I think the dad should have died in the end of the movie when he didn't die in the end of the movie. But man, this movie's great. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, Enzo. Yeah, Thanksgiving, man, Thanksgiving. Man, is Thanksgiving better than Zoolander? Oh no, Zoolander was too funny. When I watched the movie with Target, I was dying. Thanksgiving, I was like, whoa, that's so gross. And man, that's good too, though. It's fun to think about who the killer was. Man, this was a really strong movie. Like, I haven't seen all the horror movies, but from like just a couple horror movies I've seen, like Megan, Scream 6, Thanksgiving. This is like a pretty decent showing for horror. And it's also like a bunch of horror movies I haven't seen, like Saw X, which I've heard is really good. The Evil Dead Rises, which I heard is really, really strong. I watch more horror movies. I've been slacking at the movies. Yeah, I'll leave it here. I'll leave it here. And this one. No, who are you? That's what I thought. This one. Man. It's like an individual movie. As like an actual movie, like you go there to watch a movie, you want to be like entertained to have a complete story. Man. I think as a movie, Demon Slayer is definitely the weakest. It's like the least best out of the perfect movies because it's not really a movie, it's just two episodes kind of stitched together. That being said, though, it's also my favorite one because Demon Slayer I like so much. I like Yuzui versus Gyutaro in the final episode of season 2. It's a really, really freaking fun finale. Throwing everything they have at each other, cutting each other's arms off. It's awesome. I love that so much. I love meeting the upper rank demons for the first time, meeting Mitsuri in the anime more organically than we did in season 1 when she was just with all the Hashiras. Man, this movie was... Oh, man, this movie was freaking nasty. This movie was really good. It's not even a movie, it's just like two episodes of anime, and like you say, oh, they're kind of like milking the series. Let them milk it, okay? This is still new footage at the time. It's not like, like man, this series is so good! Oh, Demon Slayer is my favorite movie of the year. Okay, what about the other three? This is very different. These are all very different movies, and it's very hard to compare them. It gets very tough, you know? It's like... I think because Willy Wonka is so timeless, but Django Unchained is so well written and fun to watch, despite the heavy subject matter, the slavery. Man, and then Puss in Boots just freaking phenomenal the whole way through. Emergent also is Teasbanger. Man, this is really tough. Man, like, I think I'll leave it like this. I think I'll do this. Willy Wonka Chocolate Factory, for when it was made, and the fact that it was made as a commercial, for how good it is great. And okay, actually, in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, in the tunnel after in the Chocolate River, there is a shot of a chicken getting its head cut off, uncensored, in its full glory. And that's pretty peak. We love that in this household. So for that reason, I think it has to be a perfect movie. It has to be third because I'm like, yes, kill the chicken. I hate chickens. Die. But then Django Unchained, man, oh, it's so good. The ending's so good. I think I'll leave it like this. This is a pretty good ranking, I think. Let me do this. So we're gonna do this. I think this is fine. Movies. Whoa. Tier list. Given the month up by Mr. Movies himself. That is so wrong. Can you play the game for once to stop freaking lying? Jesus. Yeah, fun stream. Hope everyone enjoyed, and I'll see you whenever I stream next time. Who knows? Peace.